This might be the best Wo-Chien team ever in VGC history, with its farthest placement in a major tournament, getting top 8 at the North American International Championship. We're going to be trying it out and seeing how well it can perform. This is Shiliang Tang's Wo-Chien Grimmsnarl team. Very similar to the team that Shiliang and Justin Tang used at regionals prior. This is similar to their team from prior regionals, where they had, instead of a Serena and a bit more offense, but now are leaning towards more of the bulk, replacing a few key members. We have the Assault Vest Kyogre that's able to do a lot of damage with the Water Spout, the Origin Pulse, having that coverage option since you have the Assault Vest and you can run 4 moves. Having the Thunder to cover for Water Urshifu, as well as Terra Waters, and Ice Beam to help out against the Grass and the Dragon types. You have Terra Grass to help out against its weaknesses in Electric and Grass, but also helps out against the Mungus Spores, which is very solid. And then a few of the familiar casts paired with the Kyogre, you have the Choice Scarf Urshifu, this one running Terra Ghost, and is able to do a lot of damage with rain boosted surging strikes that hit through Protect because of Unseen Fist, close combat, Aqua Jet U-turn, pretty standard. Scarf Urshifu with the Terra Ghost to help out against fake outs. You have the Yvesangelist that was also on the previous team with the Terra Water option that was for Water Urshifu, being able to take those attacks, as well as Calyx Ice Rider's ice attacks. You have Snarl to help out against Calyx Shadow Rider and Miraidon. You have Tailwind support and Hurricane that does a lot of damage and is always 100% accurate in the rain. The Incineroar, this one's actually a very fast Incineroar that's able to do a lot and go for the Parting Shot, fast fake outs as well, and will support knockoff, pretty standard. Safety Goggles, Terra Ghost Incineroar, other than it's more the fast variant that we've seen. And then we have 2 other members replacing what was the Serena previously. We have the Wo-Chien with the Leftovers and the Tablets of Ruin, which does lower the attack of all Pokemon on the field besides itself. And even though Wo-Chien doesn't have the best defensive typing because of its 4x weakness to Bug, which is pretty important with U-turn, it's weak to close combat, and just a bunch of coverage like Glacial Lance, a flying coverage, etc. It does have some value because that Tablets of Ruin really does help out the Kyogre with a lot of Pokemon that are just running either Terra Fire, Clear Amulet, or sometimes both, like Koraidon. It does help out to be able to reduce their attack, where you want to make sure the bulky Kyogre is being able to take attacks, especially because it helps out against Urshifus as well, against Wicked Blow and Surging Strikes that's able to break through screens that you have. So having that option. And this one's a pretty interesting set because it's a fast Wo-Chien that's faster than the Kyogre by 1 speed point. And the idea behind this Wo-Chien is you have a fast Ruination, which does do 50% of the opposing target's current health, which is nice because you can pair it with a Ruination to Water Spout for a huge amount of damage, or a Ruination to Origin Pulse. You also have the Self Pollen Puff you can go for. So if Kyogre is weakened, you can go for the Pollen Puff in the Kyogre and then go for like a Water Spout follow-up afterward, which is really nice. Leech Seed for recovery, and then Protects to help stall out for that Leech Seed. You also have the Terra Poison that helps out against the Bug and the fighting moves, as well as makes it neutral to, for instance, Calyx Ice Rider. Finally, we have the Grimmsnarl that's supportive with screens, which is nice. And this Grimmsnarl really helpful because you are leaning towards the defensive side of the team with the Kyogre, how bulky it is, how you can heal with the Pollen Puff option from Wo-Chien. So having that combo really does help out the screens, especially for like Wo-Chien, which again has a lot of types that it is weak to, as well as the Kyogre as well, with Reflect being very nice. And then Light Screen with Assault Vest. Kyogre is just very, very hard to get rid of. Thunder Wave for speed control, Spirit Break to help out against Raging Bolt and the Darker Shifu and a few other Pokemon, specifically Terra Grass to help out against the Mungus. Overall, very defensive team, but has a bit of an offensive option with the Yvesangelist and the Urshifu. If you would like to check out the details of the team and the creator, they'll be linked in the description down below. Indeedee, Rabasca, Regigigas, Weezing, the Calyx Shadow Rider, and regular Ursaluna. This is one heck of a team, thankfully. Well, there is a Weezing. The Weezing does shut down all abilities, which can make this a bit difficult, actually. All right. What would I want to go here? Probably Incineroar. I am bringing my Dark types to help out against the Calyx Shadow Rider. I probably do want to go Incineroar plus the Grimmsnarl so I can actually go for a Reflect or maybe a Will-O-Wisp. In the back, have the Wo-Chien for Pollen Puff healing. And then Kyogre as the last. Urshifu's not too bad, but I don't think it's necessary. And if they get Trick Room up, it's not really that great. Same with the Yvesangelist. Let's go with these four and see how well we can perform. The main thing that I'm gonna have to worry about is the Regigigas under the Tailwind, or not Tailwind, under the neutralizing gas. That is kind of annoying because we can't go for it. Intimidate's not gonna work. Prankster won't let us get a Reflect Up before the Weezing can taunt shut us down. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. Bring out the Grimmsnarl and the Incineroar. Let's see. Neutralizing gas can activate. I kind of want to just go for a fake out into Weezing, go for a Reflect. I don't think it's probably Cover Cloak on the Weezing, and I do like the idea of just getting Reflect Up because I didn't know if they were going to protect, go for Taunt, and then taunt the other. They have Heavy Slam and go for the Grimmsnarl. I do hang on though, and I am able to get a Reflect Up, which is absolutely huge. It does look like the Weezing was faster than my Grimmsnarl, which is not too surprising. All right, that's a good start, I suppose. Now I'm going to Willis the Regigigas, and I'm gonna go out into the Wo-Chien. All right, let's see if they're gonna taunt or if they're gonna take a knockout. I could see Sludge Bomb being fired off in the Grimmsnarl slot, but or Gunk Shot if they have Gunk Shot. Let's see. Bring out the Wo-Chien. You go for a knockoff, which gets rid of my leftovers. Not super great. And I am able to land a Willis though because I am fast Incineroar. I felt like I could get a Willis pretty confidently into the Regigigas, which is beautiful. So now it's Burn, and we're going to see the Weezing go for the Taunt. It targets the Incineroar. Perfect. Okay. Very, very nice. Not a bad couple of turns. Now let's try to build up some momentum. I would like to go for a knockoff into the Regigigas slot. Or not Regigigas, the Weezing slot. I want to see what item you are. And do I want to Leech Seed immediately, or do I want to protect? I kind of feel okay with just protecting the Wo-Chien and scouting for the Sludge Bomb or Gunk Shot. If it's Gunk Shot, I could burn the Weezing. Well, I can't burn the Weezing, but we'll see how it goes. Crush Grip gonna go out into the Wo-Chien. A-okay. So I get a knockoff into the Weezing. That's a pretty good amount of damage, actually. Gets rid of the Citrus Berry, and we're going to see Willis actually target down the Wo-Chien slot. So, interesting. No poison move, but it works out. I'll gladly take it. I'm just going to go for a knockoff into the... I want to target the Regigigas, or do I want to target down the Weezing? I don't want to target down the Gigas slot and go for a Leech Seed into the Weezing and get some health back guaranteed. First knockoff, they're going to target down the Incineroar, but Safety Goggles isn't going to really play a factor in this matchup, I'm pretty sure. So I am able to get rid of that item on the Regigigas. Going to be getting rid of that Cover Cloak. Okay, I'm glad I didn't fake out the Regigigas turn one. As we are able to get a Leech Seed off into the Weezing, as it is going to fire off a Willis, sure, into the Wo-Chien. Fine. Is my taunt gonna wear off with Incineroar? Because I would like to pressure the Weezing or the Regigigas slot with knockoff consistently. And we are just able to heal, which is very nice. I would like to heal my Grimmsnarl because I could get like some momentum if I can. I would like to probably just go for a knockoff into the Weezing slot, and I think I'm just going to go for a Leech Seed into the Regigigas to get some health back. I don't know what the Weezing's going to do. It could switch out, but if they switch out into a knockoff, something could be really badly knocked off. Yeah, perfect. Nice. All right, who's getting knocked off here? Neutralizing gas gets worn down. We're going to see the Gigas being too slow here, getting Intimidate off into the Regigigas as well. And this Tablets of Ruin is going to activate, which is going to lower the power of my knockoff, but that's okay. Okay, Entity comes in, which is perfectly acceptable. Although that means they do have access to Expanding Forest with the Calyrex, which is going to do a lot. I still think that this is alright for me. Knockoff going to come out of Entity. Really, really good damage. Gets rid of the Helmet too. Alright. As we do get a Leech Seed off into Regigigas, which is beautiful. And Crush Grip going to come out into Incineroar and do absolutely no damage. Awesome. Are you gonna follow me with NDD or not? I think that's a good question. I would like a light screen up before the Calyx comes in and dishes out a lot of damage. All right, taunt wears off, so I can actually go for a parting shot. NDD should be slower. I think I'm just gonna parting shot out the NDD, and I'm just gonna go for a Pollen Puff into the Incineroar slot. Let's see if they follow me or not. We're actually gonna see the NDD retreat, which is actually awesome for me. So whatever's coming in, gonna be the Weezing once again. Sure. All right, how does the speed interaction work? It allows, yep, the Regigigas to go first, which is awesome because I'm actually able to get a parting shot off into the Weezing. Now the Weezing's damage output is going to be lower if it does have an attacking move because it hasn't attacked so far. I am able to get the Grimmsnarl healed, and that's actually really good that the Grimmsnarl is healing. This should always allow me to get a light screen up later in the game. So that is awesome. Yeah, it just gives us more resources to play around later. And we are getting health from this Regigigas, which is beautiful. I guess I want to go out into Incineroar here. I want to go Incineroar. I could go Kyogre too. I think Incineroar is kind of fine though. And I'm just gonna Leech Seed the Weezing, and then next turn I'll go for the Self Pollen Puff into the Incineroar slot. Because they probably want to taunt the Grimmsnarl to make sure that Light Screen doesn't go up. Because if a Light Screen goes up, I think their chances are really slim. Heavy Slam gonna come out. There's no damage. Leech Seed comes out into the Weezing. So we pressure the Weezing slot once again. Honk does go out into the Incineroar. Nice. All right, perfect. All right, awesome. And now we take recovery. We punish a Weezing if it decides to protect the following turn. I think this is a pretty safe knockoff into the Weezing and a Pollen Puff into the Incineroar, and then get back my health. Ooh, actually, I mistimed the Regigigas going down by one turn. I think it's pretty acceptable though, because the Calyx still can't really do too much damage. That is the Calyx coming in. As one on deck. All right. I want to risk Incineroar. They have to Terra because if I knock off, it's pretty bad. I think I'm just going to go out into Kyogre. Like, raw Kyogre's not too bad. They're not clicking Expanding Force against double dark types. I'm going to go Kyogre, and I'm going to go for a Leech Seed into the Calyx. It might switch out the Weezing to Helping Hand next turn with Expanding Force with the NDD. But I'm pretty sure Kyogre will be able to take the attacks just fine. It actually protects Callie. Alright. What's the Weezing going for? Maybe a Taunt? Which is fine. Yeah, they taunted my Wo-Chien. I can go for Water Spout Pollen Puff, or I could go for Ruination Water Spout. Either way, I think like I'm in a really good spot. Reflect wears off, but their physical attacker that was mainly doing the damage is gone. Now we can go for Water Spout. We're going to go for a Pollen Puff into the Kyogre, I suppose. All right, Cali Terras. What is your Terra? Terra Fighting, yeah. I didn't want to switch in. I didn't want to Incineroar to stay in because if it was Terrifying Terra Blast. Although, like Terra Water, Terra Blast, and other things could have affected it. I think go for Psy Shock. This is going to hurt. But we are able to tank it pretty well. A Pollen Puff will heal back the Kyogre back to a really healthy amount. And then with that Pollen Puff, we are able to get more powerful Water Spout off into the Weezing, knock it out, get rid of the Weezing, but a lot of damage onto the Calyx. I think we're fine. Did they time the terrain turns here? So does the terrain reset? I think they did. Yeah, our Psychic Terrain is going to get reset. Okay. Which is fine. It's not ideal, but still acceptable. Entity going to come in. This is probably go for Helping Hand Psyshock crit. If they Psyshock crit, I do lose. I think I'm actually going to go and go out into Grimmsnarl, and I'm going to click Pollen Puff into the... I don't know if Pollen Puff KO's Entity. I think I'm just going to target down the Grimmslot. You could... I think you have to target down Kyogre, like no matter what. You could hope for like Origin Pulse miss and go for a Fighting Terra Blast into the Wo-Chien, I suppose. Yeah, then I just go for a Light Screen, and I think I'm in an okay spot regardless. Even if Wo-Chien goes down here. So let's see. Grimmsnarl comes in. Did he go for the Helping Hand? I'm pretty sure they have to go for the last ditch effort of going for the Psyshock. Oh, they actually did go for the Terra Blast. Smart play on their part. All right. Oh, they got me good here. All right. Ooh, they got me good there. All right. Super smart play by them. I think I got it. I guess maybe I should have just risked it. I'm going back into Kyogre. I do have an Incineroar I could switch in. I don't think that's ever worth it though. Yeah, that was a really, really smart play by them. Kind of have to get this right. I think I do want to click Origin Pulse. And Leech. Oh, I can't Leech Seed actually. Oh, wait, no, this is bad. This is really bad. Actually, I'm going to switch to Instant, and I'm going to go for a Pollen Puff into Entity and try to get rid of the Helping Hand user. Because I think that's what I have to do. Let's see if they fall for it this time. If they go for a Terra Blast into my Wo-Chien. I mean, if they Terra Blast my Incineroar, that's fine. Although it's not ideal. They do go for the Helping Hand once again. I feel like that this is going to be the Psyshock attempt. Yeah, okay. They didn't fall for it the first time, but they fell for it the second time. Here comes a Pollen Puff into Entity. It does actually pick up the knockout. Okay, so I actually did have a safer play, which I am kicking myself for, but that should secure the game. Because I do shake off the taunt, and now I can go for a Parting Shot into the Calyrex and a Leech Seed. It might come down to me hitting a Leech Seed though, which is not ideal, but I will have to hit one move in this game. I will have to hit one move in this game most likely. They go for Psyshock because they read me. That was an overread. I understand it though. They expected me to switch out into Kyogre on the Terra Blast to stall out the Calyrex. But no, I was willing to sack one of these and just bring in Kyogre because I felt like I had to hit a move anyway, whether it was Leech Seed or Origin Pulse. If I just hit one of the moves, I win. Origin Pulse just knocks out, and if Leech Seed, I can stall out the Calyrex. Yeah, now I guarantee win. Okay. Oof. Now I can click Water Spout, and I can click Pollen Puff. So a little bit sloppy of an end game, really sloppy of an end game. I mean, I gave them a chance to come back. That was a really good, like, I was worried about Psyshock crit, and they capitalized that on like the safe pivots that I did and got a beautiful Fighting Terra Blast read. But they get him the second time now. I just Pollen Puff and I go for the attack. They go for Terra Blast. They're going to target on the Wo-Chien. Yep. But I went for Water Spout, so they don't have a chance to Origin Pulse. Wow, that didn't even KO Wo-Chien. I guess it's like Wo-Chien has good Spadaf. It was +1 Cali though. All right. Goodbye, Cali. Also, I don't even think Psyshock knocked out my Kyogre. I think they needed the Helping Hand boost to knock it out anyway, regardless. So Yeah, I felt like I was pretty safe there. Okay, what's up in the game? Shouldn't have given him a chance to come back. That's all I have to say. Calyx, Ice Rider, Ting Lu, Raging Bolt, Entei, Pelipper, and Urshifu. It's weird seeing these combinations like Entei, Raging Bolt, and then Rain and a Ting Lu. All right. I could break through. I don't want to bring my own Ursh. I do like setting up screens, which is pretty valuable. I guess the question is, what is my Terra? I don't think I want to Terra Kyogre because I don't think Raging Bolt's too big a problem. It's probably my Incineroar. So I like the idea, probably Incineroar or Grimmsnarl. Yeah, I like Incineroar or Grimmsnarl for the most part. Kyogre in the back. I could lead Kyogre too. Kyogre's not a bad lead here. I guess I don't put on much pressure. But I don't want to take much damage from the Urshifu if it leads. And I do expect Ursh to lead. You know, I'll lead Incineroar anyway. Wo-Chien in the back with the Kyogre. I think Wo-Chien's going to be pretty important because getting that attack drop with the Tablets of Ruin plus the Terra on the Incineroar will make it so I don't take too much damage. I think the question is, what are you leading here? Are you leading Cali Ice or are you leading something else? I could also fake out Spirit Break the Urshifu turn 1, which is nice. We're going to see Raging Bolt and Pelipper, which is not what I anticipated at all. All right. I'm okay with this. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I don't know if it's Covert Cloak Pelipper though, so I don't think I ever really want to risk it. Do I think you're timid Pelipper? Because if you're timid Pelipper, you underspeed my... I think it's not. I think I'm just going to go for a Spirit Break into the Raging Bolt, and I'm just going to go for a Parting Shot into the Pelipper. I guess it could be like Max or a Fast Bolt. Do I want a Spirit Break or do I want a Light Screen? I kind of just want to go for a Spirit Break and get the damage on Raging Bolt. I'm going to Parting Shot. I'm going to bring up my Wo-Chien. And then I'll Light Screen the next turn, which I think should be safe. I didn't Terra my Incineroar, which could be bad, but I could always adjust if I need the plan if I need to. Bring out the Wo-Chien. I guess I do weaken the power of my own Spirit Break though. That did so much. Life Orb. Hurricane. I think I should take one. Yeah. Nice. I am able to get the Spirit Break off into the Raging Bolt. Good damage. Very nice. A way that they can hit Kyogre is very limited. All right. This is going to be tricky. I do have a decently fast Wo-Chien, but I don't know if it's faster than Pelipper. Pelipper looks bulky, though. I mean, bulky. I think I want to set up the Light Screen because I don't know if Raging Bolt's going to stay around on the field. You know what? I'm going to Light Screen, and I'm going to Leech Seed the... I think just Raging Bolt. Stays in, so I'm not getting reflective this game, but I still think it's pretty all right. All right, I'm faster than both of these Pokemon, which is actually really good information to know. You go for Thunderbolt into the Grimmsnarl. I could have went for Self Pollen Puff if I knew that speed interaction, but I don't think it's worth it because this could have been Weather Ball double up into that slot. Oh, Tailwind comes out. Was not expecting Tailwind. All right. I'm okay with Tailwind. Shouldn't impact too much. I'm just going to go out in a Kyogre because Kyogre should be safe right now. I'm going to click Thunder and I'm going to click Pollen Puff. Yeah. It shouldn't be Sash Pelipper because your speed interaction is super weird right now. I'm just going to Pollen Puff the Kyogre. This might be Thunderbolt Hurricane double up into Kyogre. And with the Light Screen, I'm taking the attack really well. You could Wide Guard and swap out in a Cali if you want to be kind of safe about your play, which I'm okay with. They do just go for Thunderbolt. Probably Thunderbolt Hurricane double up. Yeah, I just take no damage because of the light screen, the Spirit Break from earlier. They did. Oh, they didn't Hurricane double it up. All right, Hurricane into Wo-Chien. Able to take it extremely well because of the light screen. Pollen Puff will heal. And Thunder will connect into Pelipper. If it picks up the knockout, great. Now we get to figure out who we're dealing with the next turn. Beautiful. There's also another question of, do I go into Incineroar the next turn because I could swap out Kyogre, or do I just want to attack because I could definitely get the damage? The Raging Bolt, if it decides to attack next turn, will go down to Life Orb, which is nice. Or you can't really protect because it's would go down to Leech Seed. Let's see. Alex comes in. I'm just going to go in Incineroar, I think. I think Incineroar is always the play. I don't believe a double up should KO me because we had the Tablets of Ruin plus the Light Screen and that Spirit Break from earlier. I don't think that they can actually pick up a knockout into my Incineroar, even if they read the switch. So it's just better for me to always just swap out here into Incin. I guess the question is, do I want to burn the Cali or do I want to burn Ursh if it is Ursh in the back? They didn't swap out the Raging Bolt, so it looks like they're just attacking, which is nice. And they actually commit their Terra here, so that's good to know. All right. Terra on the Cali for what? It's not fire. It's grass. Okay. So, does it still resist my water type moves? I'm okay with this still. You can't get Leech Seed, which is like the downside. So I can't use Wo-Chien as a way to stall out the Cali, because if I Terra Poison, it would have worked. They go for Draco Meteor into the Wo-Chien. Probably a double up with Glacial Lance. Okay, so that's the way I take the least amount of damage this turn, which is beautiful. Nice, nice. All right. Now I want to Ruination to Cali, probably. I do want... Yeah, I want to stall out the rain turn, so when Kyogre comes back in, it will reset the rain. Goodbye the Raging Bolt, which is nice. Who's the last? Is it Ursh? I would assume it's Ursh. Yeah. It is Water Ursh, not too surprising. If you're Cobra Cloak, don't even get me started. Yeah, I'm just going to go for a Fake Out into the Ursh, and I'm just going to go for Ruination. Into the Cali. All right, no Protects is beautiful. So I do get the Fake Out off into Ursh. I do get the Ruination into Cali, hopefully. Glacial Lance, Decision and KO because of the tablets. I'm full health. That did a lot less than I thought, actually. Wait, I didn't get Reflect Up, right? That's just nothing. All right, Ruination into the Cali. Beautiful. Rain stops at the perfect timing. Tailwind Peters out. Excellent. Yeah, no. I'm surprised that Glacial Lance did that little. I'm just going to Terra Ghost. I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp into the Ursh. And I am going to go for a Pollen Puff into my Incineroar. Because I'm pretty sure if I just heal back Incineroar and land a Will-O-Wisp into the Ursh, then I should just be able to win the game with Kyogre. Especially if I get a chance to go for a Will-O-Wisp into Cali as well. So what is the Surging Strikes into the... No, they close combat. Maybe they're choice locked, which is beautiful. Okay. Well, I missed the Ursh. Unfortunate. Pollen Puff. Alright. Glacial Lance. It's kind of an annoying miss, but... I don't think it's too bad. I just can't afford to miss the next one. Unfortunately, you are going down here regardless, Wo-Chien, so I'm just going to go for a Pollen Puff attempt into the... Regardless. Oh, they They're not choice locked. Okay, so they just went for close combat, which is beautiful because I get to pollen puff my Incin while having the Wo-Chien around, so the Tablets of Ruin is still active. I know Wo-Chien's faster than the Cali regardless. Like, I know both of my Pokemon are faster than Cali. I guess they get a boost here. But yeah, with that burn on Ursh, I think I seal it. Pollen Puff will heal my Incin. And with Tablets of Ruin... Hang on. I guess they do get the boost, though. Okay. I just don't think they do enough damage to break through Kyogre. Ice Beam doesn't knock out the Cali, but Water Spout's going to do a lot. I'm pretty sure I always just click Water Spout here because if they should be targeting the Incineroar. If they don't, then I just gonna attack off into Cali. Like, I get 2 attacks into Cali, and I think they just guarantee lose off that. I guess the question is, do you have Seed Bomb on the Cali? We actually have no idea what the item on the Cali is. Oh boy, if it's a Assault Vest Seed Bomb, then I think I want a Water Spout still. Oh, I actually... Oh, wait. I do hang on because of the burn. I thought with the Tablets of Ruin, I needed it. I was going down because based on the damage, but no, I think we should be fine. Good amount of damage. Here comes a Water Spout. I should have Ice Beamed. Okay, I do knock at the Cali. Ooh. Oh, thank goodness. I actually felt like... Wait, the Seed Bomb's still technically a play that they have here. I went for a Water Spout because if it's like the traditional standard Cali Ice with Trick Room, then Water Spout was always the right play because he weakened the Ursh as well. And if Ice Beam shouldn't knock out Cali, I think, at that range. So if Ice Beam doesn't knock out Cali at that range, then like you just get the Water Spout damage on Ursh. So they can't like... because he would be taking a +1 Glacial Lance and then a few hits from the Ursh. Okay. Close game. But Wo-Chien, I was shocked how well we took the Glacial Lance. It might have actually been the Jolly Assault Vest Cali. I might have actually misplayed a little bit, but the fact that the Incineroar was actually still able to hang on against the attacks. Of course, granted, I did miss a Will-O-Wisp early on, which if I didn't miss that Will-O-Wisp, it would have been fine because I could have just knocked out the Cali and probably just sealed up the game that way. But we take it. We will take it. Smeargle, Annihilate, the Wellspring Ogerpon, Urshifu, Blood Moon, Ursaluna, and Calix Ice Rider. I think I played this team before, but I have no idea what the set was. Was this Decorate stuff? I have no clue. All right. It's difficult. I am going to bring screens for sure. I'm bringing the Grimmsnarl. I think Grimmsnarl Kyogre is actually just... it probably is okay in this matchup. I don't really like Urshifu that much in this matchup. Wo-Chien's okay, but it's not necessary. I think I'm going to bring Kyogre plus Grimmsnarl on the back. Incineroar and Wo-Chien probably seem fine. Wellspring Ogerpon is actually kind of a pain for this team. I'm assuming it might be Dark Ursh on this team if they have Wellspring Ogerpon. Dark Ursh is pretty annoying because Wicked Blow does actually a really good amount of damage, so I would probably want to burn it with my Incineroar or Kyogre. But Wellspring Ogerpon, just being able to have the Water Absorb is really, really difficult. We're going to see the... Alright, the Calix Ice Rider and the Annihilate. So... got a few options. Unfortunately, the Kyogre is not going to outspeed a max speed Annihilate. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's not going to outspeed a max speed Annihilate. I want to go for just a Lights or a Reflect, I think, and swap out into... Probably Incineroar is the least useful Mon here. I don't think they're going to close combat either. I'm just going to go Incineroar. I think Wo-Chien and Kyogre have more value than Incineroar. Of course, if this is some setup Annihilate, that's gonna really, really hurt. But we'll find out together, I suppose. They close combat, they got me, but I'm pretty sure that this should just be final gambit into a slot. We're gonna see a Terra. I don't know the Terra here on the Cali. Yeah, it has to be the Cali, I would assume. Terra water, all right. Gonna be difficult to break through, but we do have thunder on the Kyogre. Reflect is up, and they go for, oh shoot. Forgot they could do that. All right, they do have coaching, but we do have Will-O-Wisp, which is all right, especially if the Annihilate is locked into it. We're gonna see the big hit there. I don't have to set up the light screen just yet. I'm gonna go for a Spirit Break and a Will-O-Wisp. I could have read maybe Calyx protecting, which they do. Let's see what the Annihilate goes for. Oh, what? Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. I did not expect it to be fast. Here, break. Roselli Berry? Okay. What is this set? I'm going Kyogre for the offensive initiative. These sets have screwed me over. What the heck? I'm going for Thunder Wave and I'm going for Water Spout. Yeah, it's not Choice Scarf. I do get the Thunder Wave off, so now Water Spout will KO because we know it's not Choice Scarf. I always outspeed here. If I had known that, I could have just went for Thunder Wave Water Spout acceptably, but did not. A good amount of damage to the slot here. Let's see. Probably just an attack with Cali, a Glacial Lance once again. We are able to hang on just fine. Smeargle comes in. I just want a Spirit Break and Thunder. Yeah, fake out. Yep. Okay, perfect. So I am able to get a Thunder off into the Calyx, which is really good damage. Beautiful. Why is it Citrus Berry? Trick Room comes out. All right. I want to sell Thunder Wave Thunder to Calyx. I can go for that. Might be the optimal play, actually. I don't know if they follow me. Either follow me or you Spore. I'm just going to sell Thunder Wave Thunder. Looks like they didn't follow me, so I do get the Thunder Wave off. Okay, great. Nice. That's really good. That also prevents a Spore from this Smeargle. So I am able to eliminate the Smeargle, beautiful, or eliminate the Cali, and it was its Terra option. Yeah, perfect. They got greedy. Nice. They've tried to pin me with Glacial Lance plus Spore, but I play cover that. Very, very nice. All right. Next Pokemon is the Urshifu. Oh, this game's not over because Dark Urshifu. I'm going for a Spirit Break into the Urshifu. Oh, yeah, I'm going for a Spirit Break into Urshifu. I'm going for the Wo-Chien swap. I don't know what item you are. Although Kyogre will outspeed. You know what? I'm just going to Spirit Break and I'm going to Water Spout. Yeah. I get paralyzed, unfortunate. But that was the risk I was taking. Decorate into the Ursh. Okay. I was like, wait. Are you Power Anklet or Power Anklet? Because I was like, I think Grimmsnarl under speeds. Luckily, oh my goodness. That was too close for comfort. Okay. That was too close for comfort. Didn't even have to bring the Wo-Chien, but like, oh my goodness. The beginning was awful. The beginning was awful because the sets I wasn't familiar with. The Roselli, Berry, and Annihilate were coaching. I did not expect my Incineroar to go down, but I made some really good plays afterward. I think the Self Thunderwave and the Thunder, reading them not to follow me. If they did have follow me, that in general, but like you get the Self Thunderwave into Thunder, was able to catch them off guard, was able to KO. I thought it was Ursaluna back, and I thought I was like, okay, I get light screen up, and I'm like pretty set. But oh, thank goodness we had a Grimmsnarl still hanging around from the attacks to handle the Dark Ursh. Because that Decorate, I didn't even think Decorate plus Dark Ursh, but that could have been really scary. All right, let's go over the games. In game 1, having a fast Incineroar paid off here, as it allowed me to get a Willisp onto the Regigigas before the Weezing could taunt it. Was in a great spot for most of the game, but maybe played too safe, fearing the Psyshock crit as my opponent made a beautiful call out. Luckily, I was able to get the next call out right to win the game, though Pollen Puff into Indy instead of the Self Pollen Puff into Grimmsnarl would have been better. In game 2, a solid start, although Light Screen first might have been more ideal so I could go for Pollen Puff and Spirit Break the next turn, but got some really great damage that led to me eliminating the opponent's lead and set up for a good endgame position. Missing the first Willis could have made things dicey depending on the potential sets, but luckily the second one landed and I was able to seal up the game. In game 3, the Annihilate set caught me by surprise, but was able to get multiple calls correct afterward to make up for it, alongside not getting fully paralyzed on the Self Thunderwave to get a huge knockout onto the Calx Ice Rider. And thankfully, Grimmsnarl was able to beat the Darker Shifu remaining. That could have been scary with Decorate boost. Wo-Chien paired with Kyogre. It is actually a very strong combo, and we saw how bulky it can be, especially thanks to the help with the screens from Grimmsnarl. If you would like to try out the team, the rental code is on your screen. Hopefully it is still available by the time this video is released. If you would like to check out the details of the team and the creator, you can check them out, linked in the description down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.